for the beer.
This has been an easing process for James Harden.
The beer going to the basket. Step back, Jay. He's got it. Welcome to Brooklyn. He's got a triple-double in his Nets debut.
This is an unbelievable organization. All I have to do is just go out there and be the best James Harden I can be.
James Harden shows up and a 30-point triple-double. Unreal. Stephen A., you got to be pretty excited about this Brooklyn team. What did you learn from that one game alone about Harden's arrival?
Well, I learned that the Brooklyn Nets are going to the NBA Finals, with or without Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving may be the determining factor in winning the chip, but they won't need him to get to the finals. All you need is for him not to be a distraction. I don't care whether he is a distraction or not. James Harden and Kevin Durant going to the finals. I don't see anybody stopping them. It's just that simple. And did you see KD? Did you see him? I recall sitting on this set with a guy by the name of Max Kellerman, Maximilian, I don't know, Maximus, whatever the hell his name is. Okay, I recall sitting and I said, yo, I understand the stuff about the Achilles, but this is not a dude whose game is predicated on his athleticism. He's a sniper who's 6'11", with a 7'6" wingspan and ball handling skills. There's nothing you can do to him in his sleep. He will average 25. Well, guess what? I was wrong. He's averaging 30. Okay, I was wrong. He's averaging 30, okay? On 54% shooting and 48% from three-point range in his first 10 games back from an Achilles tear after an 18-month layoff. He's averaging 30.
Yeah.
He ain't even get warmed up yet. He ain't even get warmed up yet, okay? And so now you got Harden in there. Yeah. And Harden, with his ability to pass the ball, with questioning his, he dribbles the ball, whatever. Harden will pass. Harden will accumulate assists. And we know what he can do point-wise, particularly one-on-one. Lord have mercy. Brooklyn going to the finals. Brooklyn is going to the finals. That's all I do. That's what I learned.
Well, first of all, KD, actually, one of the remarkable things about him so far is his athletic ability, his athleticism, as it were, doesn't look affected at all. He looks like the same guy. He's had an amazing recovery. Let me say this. They still have a fighting chance to get to the finals with Harden and without Kyrie. But I can't say, they're definitely going to the finals without Kyrie. And this is why, Stephen A. The Harden move accomplished a couple things. It was a muscular move, right? It did more than one thing at one time. It was a hedge against Kyrie imploding or not being available because you brought in a superstar that gives you a premium at the highest level, even above Kyrie or almost everyone in the NBA, to pair with a guy even better than him in KD. And that could make up for a lack of depth, which didn't used to be the problem when the season started. First, the Dinwiddie injury. Then they trade LeVert and Allen, and then LeVert has some scary medical news, some kind of a growth on his kidney. You hope he's okay. But there are three guys of their six best players who aren't there. Look, like that's three out of a nice starting five. LeVert and Dinwiddie, kind of quasi all-star level, and Allen, who's very good. They're all gone. So to make up for that, they got, counterintuitively, instead of looking for more depth to fill it in, they said, no, we're going to go high end to make up for it. They bring in Harden. What Harden showed with KD is, he can play with KD easy, and they're going to be really good. But that's two guys they have now. They don't have any of their other best players, including maybe Kyrie. So because of how thinned out the team is, in order to bring on Harden, partly as a hedge against Kyrie's absence, you actually really do need two things. For Kyrie to be there for those guys, so it's three stars, and for Kyrie not to gum up the works, not to throw a monkey wrench into everything, because Harden and KD seem to know how to play together.
Oh, Max Kellerman, why don't you just tell the truth to the American people? You holding on to Milwaukee, bro? I mean, you wrong 2 years in a row. You said that you went from Giannis being the best player in the world to number 5 over a weekend. And then this in the bubble, you picked them to beat Miami. You were wrong about those two things. Is that what this is about, Max? You holding on hope because they got Drew Holiday and they still kept Middleton and they got Giannis, the Greek freak. Are you still holding on to Milwaukee coming out of the East? Is that what this is all about? You going for the 3 strikes and you're out?
I'd rather.
Considering how much you love
I
baseball?
would much rather Brooklyn come out of the East. A New York team that's not the Knicks
I'm
playing
just
for a
checking.
championship against the
checking.
Lakers probably
I'm just checking.
would be
I'm just checking.
amazing. I'm not holding on to Milwaukee. I'm just saying
Brooklyn's
it's
going
going
to
to
the
take
finals.
more than 2 guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 guys. Defensively, offensively, they don't need anything but those 2. It's like that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just sad I
there's 2
can't
sides
go to
of the coin.
games.
You will be. I think you will be by the time July rolls
Hopefully
around.
soon. Last
By
year
the
I
time
went to a few.
By the time June, July rolls around, you'll be
That
able
was
to
a
go
lot
to
of fun.
Presented
Yes,
by
sir.
Progressive Insurance. All of our guests, and by the way, we are jam-packed with guests this morning, all joined on the Goodyear hotline. Key,
You know, I was thinking though, Zubin, as we went through the whole process of Harden going to the Nets.
Yeah.
They're cheating if Kyrie comes back. That's cheating though.
cheating in what sense?
Cheating meaning
Yeah, what?
meaning like when you say they're cheating, that means like it's unfair.
Oh, gotcha.
Like it's unfair to have this type of talent assembled on one team. I mean, you got
Yeah,
2 MVPs and a guy that, I mean, depending on what year, whatnot, if his head was screwed on straight and he was just playing basketball, Kyrie could be in MVP's conversations for many years as well. It's cheating. It's unfair if they get off the way that we envision them to.
Jay, this is your sport. You're our lead NBA guy. This is the lead story of the season to this point. Tell me what you think.
I got a text 1:13 a.m. and it was a quote, and the quote said, "Hate is a great burden to bear. It injures the hater more than it injures the hated." Now, that's from a little birdie. That's the mentality, Key. This is the most polarizing team in NBA history. Think about it. On the same team, we got burner accounts, honey buns, and the earth is flat on the same team. Okay? And here's the thing, like, say hello to your new villain. This is the new villain of the NBA.
Honey buns.
And the reason why they're the new villain of the NBA is because people do not want this to be the formula for success. They do not want it. You bully your employer by any means necessary.
Told you though, Jay.
By being unprofessional. I know we talked about it. By being unprofessional, whatever it is, being overweight, and you find a way to get rewarded.
I love it.
Get rewarded. Real talk, Key. We always give you real talk. Get rewarded to then get put on a championship team that if I bring you back to the offseason, the inception point is when these dudes were balling in LA together, Kyrie, KD, James, people were watching it like, damn, y'all just rolling. And that's when it happened.
It's
Like, yo, we gonna make this happen. And they made it happen.
No, but it's so funny because we were having these conversations. I kept telling you, I'm like, man, well, that dude gonna shoot his way out of there. He gonna come in. You like, man, he's professional. He gonna play basketball. I said, watch. You watch. That dude blew up. Yeah, like you said, honey buns, lemon pepper, wings. You know,
All that. Get the whole buffet.
grown up adult beverages, whatever the case may be. I don't want to be here. I'm turning down $100 million. I don't care. This is not working. I want to go to a situation that fits for me and my family, and it works in Brooklyn. This is where I want to be. And so in the end, they got it done. Now, Philadelphia was trying to get it done, and I think Brooklyn also knew that Philadelphia was going to try to get it. As much as we might think Houston didn't want to make that trade to Philly because of the relationship that Daryl Morey may have left bad taste in their mouth, in the end, Brooklyn had more assets to give, and the deal was cleaner than it would have been in Philadelphia. So they got their man in Brooklyn. Now, all the pressure is going to be on the Nets to deliver.
And I'll say this, Key, just to be additive to what you just dropped. I don't think the Brooklyn Nets would have done this deal if Spencer Dinwiddie didn't tear his ACL. if Spencer Dinwiddie, Karis LeVert, that young core gives you so much more depth off the bench with your bigs, with KD, with Kyrie, if Kyrie doesn't go through this whirlwind of a tornado that he's going through right now, I think the Brooklyn Nets probably hold firm. But with Spencer Dinwiddie being out for an extended period of time, with not knowing how many bodies you're going to be able to have with the way the pandemic is dropping and all the COVID tracing that's happening right now that's occurring in the league, they needed to make this move. It kind of forced their hand. Plus, I don't know how Ben Simmons overall fits with John Wall and Boogie Cousins in Houston. Now them getting Victor Oladipo is a way better core for Houston moving forward.
What I heard from my little birdies that's out in them streets is that James Harden was going to veto any other trade with any other team other than Philly or Brooklyn. If they try to trade him somewhere else, he was just going to be like, I don't want to play. And you know how that goes. Nobody's going to trade for an asset that a player that they can't have and make them happy. Why would I give up all my assets for a guy that's going to not necessarily be disgruntled, but not going to conform to what we're trying to do? Like if you decided to trade him to OKC, he's like, man, I'll stay home. Now OKC is like, well, so it fell perfect for him.
And now, Zubin, I'll tell you, welcome to the new bad boys of the 21st century, right? Like, I'm not saying they're going to play the same style
I was about to say,
that the bad boys played in Detroit.
Though, Jay, we said the bad boys. I was about to say, who on that team is rough?
No, but I'm just saying with how much we're going to talk about every single move,
yes,
how they're going to treat it, right?
Yes.
Like when you go through the scenario and having direct conversations with multiple people on this team, when you say, hey, what's going on with Kyrie? And the mentality that you receive back from people is, it is what it is, blanket. Like that's how they're going to ride out, Zubin. That's how they're going to, they don't give a damn what anybody says.
Go ahead, say it, Jay. You could have said it.
Yeah, they don't give a shit what anybody says. Sorry. I'm sorry. I bring it back. Key, stop hyping me up. Stop hyping me up, kid. I'm sorry. Take it back. All I'm saying, sorry, I apologize. We get animated.
It's dumped. Don't worry.
All right, dump it. All I'm saying is that it's really, this turns into, to me, right, the way people are going to make it sound. And listen to this, Key. This is going to be like Yoda and Luke Skywalker out west. Right? Where people, think about AD forced his way out of New Orleans, and then people didn't like it. Not saying he did it to the same degree